Hi everyone, Jack aka the Red S.P.D Power Ranger here, making my video here on Power Rangers Red. And today we're going to talk about Space Patrol Delta, or at least how I became part of Space Patrol Delta. Me and Z, or Elizabeth, we grew up on the streets. Something happened when I was born, obviously, and I don't remember, but I lost my parents at a young age. I was taken in to orphanages and foster homes in New Tech City, but somehow, some way, I felt didn't like being in those kind of places. It just didn't feel right to me. So many things led to another, and many orphanages would usually give me up to other orphanages or other foster homes or homes, state-run foster homes, to the point where I just ran away. I guess either I didn't like the people who ran the place or I didn't like the people there. I befriended a woman, a girl by the name of Elizabeth, so that's a car herself, Z. She had been also in the same type of circumstances that I went through, lost her parents at a young age as well. We both had abilities. She had the ability to clone her to make doubles of herself. And apparently I had the ability, I guess you could say, to walk through solid walls. Well, I used to give out clothes and food to the homeless, aliens and people who lived on the street, until one day I ran afoul of Space Patrol Delta, and I was brought in by, at the time, the B Squad, Sky, and also Sydney and Bridge. We were given a sentence. We could serve our time in prison. If we were found guilty of in a new tech court, we were found guilty by the court and were sentenced for time in Space Patrol Delta. But Anubis Kruger said that we could prove that we were good by joining Space Patrol Delta. Z was the one who wanted to join, but it wasn't. But that wasn't for me. But eventually I changed my tune and I joined. I assumed a leadership position as the S.P.D B Squad Red Ranger. When the A Squad went missing in action, that's when the B Squad became the ones that everybody depended on the most. Me and Sky used to bump heads. His father was a S.P.D officer at one point, or agent, and he wanted to be the Red Ranger. But Anubis picked me, and for some time we would fight back and forth over this. I had many good. I learned many things in my time. My runs in with Grum and Bootling were learning experiences. What else can I say? The team's up. We are some good things came out of it. For example, when teaming up with the Dino Rangers on 2 different occasions. That would be a highlight that I think was cool, even though I can't remember any more of it than I already remember. But at the end, after saving New Tech City and the world from Grum and Bootling's attacks, actually defeating both Bootling and Grum, fighting the A Squad Rangers, who eventually had turned to Grum's side, I eventually decided it was time to move on. Z and Sydney and Sky and Bridge stayed on, but I went back to doing what I did before, helping the people who needed help. Running food, running food banks, or, homeless shelters, things like that, obviously. But being my time as a Space Patrol Delta Red Ranger, I would never trade that. I mean, the experiences I learned, the people I saved, the lessons that I learned, the enemies the bad influences I helped put away. I would not have chose that path for myself if Anubis Kruger hadn't stepped into my life one day and gave me the opportunity to make a good choice. After that, Bridge Carson, or just plain Bridge, took over as the S.P.D. Red Ranger after I left, and he was sent back to the past. When the Silver Knight at the time, the commander of Power Rangers Command needed him, along with Mighty Morphin and Mystic Force and Ninja Storm Power Rangers. But pretty much he'll talk about that when his video time comes. That's it for me. One last thing. We came before Time Force. Many people might think the Time Force came after us, but no, we came before Time Force. So technically we beat Time Force by many, many years. Just saying, not bragging. That's it. I am Jack, aka S.P.D. Red Ranger. Hope you enjoyed this video.